Although Batman is most recognisable by his cape and cowl, there is one other feature that he just wouldn't look right without: his utility belt. It's famously gotten him out of almost every predicament imaginable. It's even become somewhat of a joke on the internet, but there's nothing funny about a guy being well prepared for any situation. Anyway, the design of the belt has changed a lot over the years, from a high-tech belt with spring-loaded compartments to just a yellow belt with workman-style tool pouches. Whatever the design, it's always useful. So in today's video, we'll be covering everything that Batman carries in his utility belt. Hey guys, and welcome to the Batcave. Like I said in the intro, today we'll be covering all the equipment, gadgets and weapons that Batman carries in his utility belt. Now, the majority of this info once again comes from the Batman Ultimate Guidebook, which is an absolute must if you're a fan of The Dark Knight. It has loads of great information on there that I have used in previous videos, such as Batman's training routine. And the stuff that we cover in today's video will be a mix of the information in here and a bunch of my own knowledge to try and give you a comprehensive guide to the Batman's utility belt. So we all know that Batman has a tool for every situation. The belt is both a field kit and a mobile weapons locker, combining everything he may need into a wearable form. We will start with the generic field equipment that he carries. A lot of the contents of the belt is made up of both general and mission-specific medical supplies. Common items include the usual first aid stuff you would expect, bandages, antiseptic stuff to clean wounds, etc., then a wide spectrum of antidotes for various toxins. He also carries an oxygen rebreather, lockpicks, small flamethrowers, electromagnetic pulse generators, or if necessary, rare substances such as kryptonite. I will come back to some of these a bit later on when we talk about the gadgets in more details. For now, let's cover more of the general areas that he covers with his belt. Earlier versions of the belt actually had a jump line reel within the buckle, essentially a grappling hook, thrown by hand, more like how I picture the Adam West Batman to have. An extremely vital component of the belt is the communications feature. A removable compartment has a concealed computer and digital communicator. Though Batman's cowl does also have a built-in communication system, this one has the added functionality of holographic recording and three-dimensional playback. Some versions of Batman have this feature embedded in his gauntlets, such as the Arkham games for example. This feature works in tandem with another component kept in the belt, a miniature camera, which captures high-res images and video in both infrared and ultraviolet in ranges beyond human visual perception. All of these files are then uploaded to the Batcave's computer servers for Bruce to go through afterwards and study crime scenes, helping him be the world's greatest detective. The camera also can double up as a powerful flash to help dazzle attackers in desperate situations. Then, of course, many of the compartments contain weapons. Pretty much everything he could need outside of a gun, but we'll get to the details of his main weapons in a second. First, let's take a more detailed look at the gadgets. We will start with the most, I guess you could say, obvious Bat gadget, the grapnel gun. This handheld grapnel gun is used to navigate through the rooftops of Gotham City. Its compressed CO2 launcher fires a grappling hook or wall-penetrating dart, which is attached to a jump line that can hold up to 400 pounds or 180 kilograms. In case of emergencies, that explosive shot from the gun can also hit enemies with such a force it can do some pretty bad but non-lethal damage. Now, of course, one of Batman's greatest strengths is his detective abilities. In order to carry out detective work, he needs to carry a crime scene kit. It contains a fingerprint kit, DNA analyzer, several sample bags, a sample analyzer that can identify substances from various samples, and a spectrum environmental recorder. Batman usually has to complete his detective work and analysis of a crime scene before the GCPD's investigators arrive, meaning that everything he uses needs to be efficient and quick. He also carries many basic tools as well as a universal electronical tool. This tool can do a huge variety of things, such as connect different readers, hard drives, SD cards, etc., as well as many other things you can see pictured here. Another absolutely vital gadget that Batman always has in his belt is the Bat Tracker. He will usually carry a few of these. If an enemy escapes an encounter with Batman, he is likely to stick them with one of these trackers, which broadcasts the target's GPS to the Bat computer, allowing Batman to follow in his own time. Okay, so let's talk about the weapons that he carries. The trauma of his parents' murder has of course left Bruce with a hatred of guns. This, combined with his no-killing rule, has led him to train himself to wield weapons of a different type. Non-lethal projectiles that require considerable skill to use, but they get the job done and have a variety of uses. Let's start with explosive pellets. These hardened gelatin spheres break upon impact and release smoke screens or irritants such as tear gas, leaving enemies dazed or even temporarily blind or deaf, allowing Batman to gain an upper hand instantly. They can also help him slip away from a situation unseen. He also carries a type of grenade. In fact, multiple types. Of course, these all come under the banner of bat grenades. He will have one type that's pretty much a grenade as you know it, which can be used to bring down structures with controlled explosions. He also has concussion grenades, to stun a room of multiple foes, and finally he has smoke grenades, a much larger version of his explosive pellets that leave a much thicker and longer lasting cloud, allowing him to actually take his time when taking out bad guys. Of course, he is able to see through the smoke himself using various filters in his cowl. Finally, let's talk about Batman's signature weapon, the Batarang. A bat-shaped throwing weapon usually cast from a hardened steel alloy. Although the name clearly relates to an Australian boomerang, not all Batarangs are designed to return to the thrower's hand. Some are modelled on basic throwing knives, darts, or flying disc cutters. Hard impact Batarangs can be used to knock an enemy over. The more lightweight versions can be used to cut a jump line or cable of some sort, and mini Batarangs can be used in a similar fashion to shuriken or ninja stars. The sharp edges on them mean they can also be used as basic knives, very versatile weapons when used by an expert. Now, what about the belt itself? It usually features components made from titanium. It balances ease of use with an ability to thwart unauthorized access. The buckle's complex lock releases only after it registers a pre-programmed finger pattern, meaning that Batman's foes are unable to steal it from him. It also contains its own tracker and an explosive charge that can be triggered remotely if necessary. Overall, Batman's belt is vital. It doesn't make Batman, he is still great without it, but Batman makes the belt. It's an extension of his brilliance. And I know all of us Batman fans would love to be able to walk around the street while wearing one of these bad boys. No? Just me? Okay. Well, that's it from me today, my friends. Let me know in the comments down below, how important to Batman do you think the utility belt is? How effective could he be without it and its contents? Let me know down below. Okay, that's it guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and return to the Batcave for more Bat content. See you guys.